What is going on, everybody? This is Art of IBMOR coming at you on 10/7/2022. Going to talk about going on these dates with these women and just making sure that you're protecting your wallet, because a lot of them are actually only there to take your money. They're only there to make sure that they can get as much money out of you as possible, especially on these first dates. And I'm being honest with you, the first date is the interview phase. You're really just trying to see if you like each other physically, if the conversation flows very well. This is why, in my personal opinion, I don't think movies are a good first date, especially if you're trying to talk to a female, or even spending more than $100 on a date. Hell, you shouldn't be spending more than 60, to be honest with you. Usually, how I always looked at it is that if you can't sit down with each other and just have like a little snack, a little drink, and just actually have a conversation with the person, you really shouldn't be doing it. You really should not be going on freaking dates, especially with that chick, because really, most of these chicks have proven that they are only using you for food. That is their main goal, to get food out of you. You have a lot of these females out here that are just using the dating apps to get dinner because they don't want to pay for anything. They want to have an experience. And if these chicks are out here saying that, you have to spend $100 on me or better, that might not be the chick for you. She's not into you at all. See, because most of the time, chicks that are into you let you know that they're into you. They want to be around you. They just want to spend some time, no matter where it is. Go on a picnic. You can go to a coffee shop. You can just, just walk around the park and just sit and just talk. A chick that's not into you wants you to spend money. She wants a steak dinner. She wants Italian food, pasta, all this other stuff from you. Why? Because she knows that she's not going to get any value out of you. And so if she's not going to get anything out of you, guess what she wants? She wants to make sure that her stomach is full, she's got some liquor, and then she could tell her friends about how she just got some sucker to pay pretty much $100 on her. And these chicks do this stuff all the time. They do it at bars, when you guys are paying for their drinks just to talk to them. They do that at the bars. They do it any way they can to get resources out of you. Your job is to get more out of her than what you're putting in. And this is one of the things that I tell guys, like, listen, if you like the chick, take her out, but don't go super out of your way to impress her with $100 dinner. That's not feasible, not for the average person. And if she wants something like that, then she's gonna have to put out a little bit more, or show a little bit more, or at least be with you for a year before I end up spending like $100 every time we go out every weekend. Because a lot of these chicks want to go out every fucking weekend, and you have to think about that if that's in your budget. And first of all, if it's not in your budget, you shouldn't be dating that chick anyway. And it really shouldn't even be your budget at all. Because these chicks are succubi. They will drain you as much as you allow them to. Listen, many guys I've known that have gotten pussy, gotten the box, didn't spend nothing. The chick just liked them, and she made sure that he got some box. Now the guys they don't like, you're gonna have to pay, because in her mind, you need to equal what the other guy has, because you don't have the look component that she likes. So you got to work harder to try to get her. Air quotation marks. And if you gotta do a whole bunch of hoop jumping for a chick, she's not into you. You need to move on. You need to only dealing with chicks that are into you, that want to be around you. And if they don't want to be around you, fine, go somewhere else. Keep it moving. Let some other sucker get dealt with. Let some other loser get dealt with. Take that. You could take that $60 that you're gonna spend on her and have a great time by your damn self. Because half the time when you go on these dates, what's usually the first thing that happens? You're the only one that's talking. You're the only one that's engaging. She's not looking at you. She's just concentrating on her food. She's not really trying to engage with you and to have a decent conversation. Whenever you finish talking, she said she gives you one word answers, and it's just like you got to pull something out of you. And when you're in that situation, you're on a date, pay for your food, pay for the dinner, because you did agree to take her out, and just get up and leave. And just say, like, listen, this ain't working out. Here's the food, here's the money. Everything's paid for. I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I didn't come here to have a one-sided conversation. You're not engaging. You're not actually like you're interested in me. So I'm just go ahead and bounce and just get the fuck up and leave. She gonna get mad. She gonna it's like, listen, it is what it is, sweetie. I have more respect for myself than just sit here and be treated like I don't matter. So I'm gonna go somewhere where I do matter and just bounce. I've done it before. I bounced on a chick that had no intentions of actually taking further than her getting something to eat. I just try to pull stuff out of her, try to make sure that we were having a good conversation, and she just sat there, wasn't looking, and it wasn't engaging. So let's say, you know what? Hey, call the waiter over. Yeah, I just need to get the check. And she's looking at me like, what you mean you gonna get the check? I say, obviously you're not interested in this conversation. Obviously you're not interested in the date. So I'm just gonna go pay for the shit that we already got up to this point. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. She got an attitude. I didn't care. I got the check, paid the shit, and I bounced. I left her right there. Drove off. She mad as hell. Raising Cain. Everybody looking. And I just looked at her like, I don't give a fuck. I came here to have an interaction with a human person that I was interested in. I did not come here to feed a child, because I don't have any children. I did not come here to look at a spoiled brat huffing and puffing because they can't get their way. If I was going to deal with that, I would have dealt with a 3-year-old and telling them they can't have the cookies at the top of the refrigerator. That's what I would have done. But guess what? You're not a child. You're an adult. And if you didn't want to have this conversation, or you didn't feel like it was going nowhere, guess what? She should have paid for her own damn meal. But that's if you're just trying to get a blown relationship. That's it. Trying to get a relationship, you have to go on some dates. And if she's not reciprocal to your interaction, guess what? You need to leave her ass there. You are not obligated to suffer her. You're not obligated to be in there with her. If you do that, then the only thing you're doing is wasting your own damn time. Point blank, period. That's why I go on coffee dates. You go get a drink, go get like a little cake, sit down, have a conversation. That's the first date. Second date, go do an activity, maybe watch a movie, because you already established that you have that face-to-face contact, and then you can judge whether or not that you should go any further than this. Then you can go second or third date, go to the movies to where you're not talking. You never want to go on a first date where you're not talking to each other face to face, and then you get to see her interactions with you on that date. That's why movie dates are the worst. Going to these expensive restaurants on the first date is the worst, because guess what? If she don't like you, you already spent $100, $200, $300 on a date, and she ain't gonna call you back. What she really gonna do is she's gonna waste your time for another week, saying why she can't go on the next date next week. And then by the third week, guess what? You're not gonna hear from her again, because she's gonna ghost you, because she's already going on several other dates. And that's what's gonna happen. That is what's going to happen. So, fellas, protect your wallet. Don't sit here take all these chicks out on freaking dates all the time. It's not worth it. They're just looking for a good time off of your expense. And again, like we always say, what did she bring to the table other than, her good looks and sex? If she can't bring a good conversation to the equation, dump her ass. Don't suffer through her. You have better things to do with your time. This is Art of IBMOR. I'm out.